Are you like, okay, then like, are you comfortable? Are you comfortable? Sorry. That was a crazy ASMR. I'm Gabby.
And I'm Grace. And this is
Write that down. Wait, that's happening because I almost just said it when you.
Yeah, I know you did.
I was prepared, but like, no.
Anyways.
Hey.
What's up? Living the dream?
Different. Yeah. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
How was your week?
Well, let's talk about the elephant in this room. I have this massive paper cut on this hand. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, I'm all healed up. No, you can still see it.
I do see it. It's a nice little scar on like the same line as your thumb wrinkle.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to like read my palms, I don't think, anymore. Because I cut it. Okay.
Anyways. I did have shoulder surgery about a week ago now. How's your week then?
I went to a hockey game.
You did?
Sure did.
Tell us all about it.
What a dream. What a life. Life is worth it. Oops. Hold on.
She's breaking my shit.
We might have to start
Make
over.
the fucking injured one do it. It's fine.
We've done everything else. But yeah, the hockey game was incredible. Dallas Stars versus Buffalo Sabres, and obviously go Dallas. And we won in a shootout. So couldn't have asked for a better game.
Yeah.
The old man I sat next to, really nice.
Was he?
Yeah. He was like, "You really know hockey?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not just coming here because I like to read hockey smut. Like, come on, sir, get with it."
Yeah. And you really don't. So.
Yeah. So I was so good. It was so good. Like, I wish I could go back.
The game was in Buffalo.
Yeah, in Buffalo. Let's go, Buffalo. And I saw Josh Allen. Wait, I can talk about this. This is so exciting. No, I saw Josh Allen. We, like, after, when we were coming home, we stopped at Highmark. I want to say Highland, but that's not
Highmark Stadium?
Highmark, yeah. And he was, like, leaving. So they must have had practice.
Aren't they?
It's like, yeah, they were practicing, because then I looked on their TikTok account, the Buffalo Bills TikTok account, and they started practicing last Tuesday.
Well, I thought they were. Has the new stadium already been built?
It's being built right now. Like, it's not done, but a lot of it is looking. I mean, to me, on the outside, it looks done, but obviously, it's definitely not done. But yeah, so that was cool. Trailed him for about 34 minutes to be exact, but it was pretty cool. I got a picture of his car.
Is that because you wanted to trail him, or because that just happened to be the way you were going?
No, we went out of our way. We went in the opposite direction, but it was like.
So she's a stalker now. Okay.
Yeah. So. I don't even like the Bills, but no hate on the Bills. They're like good.
All
like
if I hate on the Bills. I hate the Bills. My uncle is actually a huge Bills fan, so whenever he comes to town, I'm like, screw the Bills.
Do you even have a team?
No, but I'm anti-Bills.
Good. Yeah, no
one
like
in my family likes the Bills, other than him.
Oh yeah, that was really fun. The game was fun. I want to go back next season, and now we're into the playoffs. So go Stars! I was waiting for them to kiss on the ice, but it didn't happen. So I thought it was like really rude, but whatever. It's fine. And obviously the people around me probably did not like. I was surrounded by men, obviously. And then little children who whipped their jerseys off and like went shirtless. They had to be like 6.
I love that for them.
Starting them young.
Such a vibe. What was the? Cut it out. Sorry.
What does he do? He does like Joey from Fall. Yeah, but what he does like a.
Cut it.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I believe that's correct.
Yeah, sure. We'll Google
I'm gonna post this and everyone's gonna be like,
chat.
That's not it.
Fuck you, Joey Gladstone. If you're out there listening to this, please let us know what you did. Anyway, men are just like straight trash, and like, I don't know what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
No, I just genuinely think like men are trash, and like these dating apps these days, not cutting it. No. Not cutting it. Like, obviously, you don't have this problem because you're happily married. Whatever. But recently, I just like, what's the point?
I mean, I've seen your dating apps, and it's
It's
looking rough out
slim
there.
pickings, and I'm not even like being picky, like in terms of like, it's not looks to me. Like, it's not even that. It's
Right.
just like some of these things these men are saying. Like last night, a guy messaged me and was like, "I'm assuming those pictures of those men in your profile like are like your family." And I was like, "You insecure little bitch, why does that matter?" Like, I'm like, first off,
Obviously, I'm on
I'm
here.
on a dating app. I'm not gonna put a picture of me and my current boyfriend on a dating
Well,
app. Well, I mean, people, yeah. People do it. People do it. I've seen it. But
but like,
it's like
why are you wording it that
that's my
way?
dad. Like, my
That's
dad is in one of my pictures with me. Like, you think I'm gonna be like, yeah,
sorry, I'm trying to show I'm a family gal.
right? Like, I'm just like, it was so stupid. And then I literally was like, oh, like that's my family. And he was like,
I feel like
oh,
he worded that so aggressively.
yeah. I was just like, this is just like a weird. Also, just like some of the like, first of all, I think it's so funny when they're like, yeah, I'm 5'11", but in person I'm more like 6 foot. And I'm just like,
How does that make sense?
yeah, it's not like they're like a much taller in person.
Actually,
I'm like,
you look bigger on a screen,
right. So,
so
but I just want to read you because I screenshotted these, and that's probably like illegal or something. Um, but I screenshotted some of these people.
well, we're not giving any personal information, so
Yeah. This one says, fun fact, I'm obsessed with dot dot dot. That man wrote Abraham Lincoln is in the Wrestling Hall of Fame. I need to
what?
fact check it. Yeah, I don't know. He just wrote Abraham Lincoln is in the Wrestling Hall of Fame. Cool fun fact to be obsessed with though. I did like that. I just screenshotted it because I thought it was funny.
Yeah, because you and Ben Franklin.
What? Like, we would be a match made in heaven. We love historical figures. This one says, now this man, I don't know what he was looking for, but it says instead of
Oh god.
it
It's the
says
wheezing before getting the thing out.
this is just getting over a cough. It says, let's instead of drink, let's steal from Walmart.
Oh my god.
What? I was like, that's unhinged.
You should have responded and said, well, what are we stealing?
Than this man. And I would never body shame anybody. Like, I like like a thicker man. Not, I don't want to
Yeah.
say thicker, but like,
But
not like I'm not about the like twig life or whatever. Is that rude to say?
you can have your preferences.
Yeah, but so this man says after work you can find me in the gym. And like, you can see this picture. Don't think you go to the gym. And then it says it says, no hate to any dating apps except for Bumble. In my opinion, why are you making the women message first? I don't want that power. I don't want to message you first. Like, if we match, or if I like you or whatever, and then you like whatever. If we match, hypothetically speaking, I should not be the one that has to like reach out to you.
I agree.
Like, be a fucking man, put on your big boy panties, and message me.
I'm all for feminism and equal rights, but at the same time, chivalry should be very much alive. You're still a man. I still believe in them making the first move.
Yeah, make a move, slide into like.
I
That's the
mean,
thing.
there's circumstances like some women do like making the first move. That's fine. I'm not
Yeah.
saying don't ever
Yeah,
do
like,
it.
more power
But
to you. Just could never be me, in my
I just
opinion.
don't
I
want
can't.
that.
I could not do that.
Dude, we're gonna get canceled on our second episode.
Who messaged you first with you and Drew?
Well, we met in person.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So
Just kidding then.
should I tell this story? Oh my god, should I
Yeah.
tell the story of how I met my husband?
Yeah.
I actually find this hilarious.
I love it. Do it.
So
Shout out to Drew.
shout out to Andrew, who still hasn't watched our first episode, but it's fine.
Shut up.
I've been a little busy and he's been with me, so as if I wasn't.
You watched a movie last night. You couldn't have
if I-
put on the. I made The Boys Next Door. I put YouTube. I pulled it up on
As
the
if he couldn't
75-inch
have watched
TV.
it while I was passed out upstairs and he was just sitting there on his phone.
I literally was like, you guys.
He
we're
usually
watching
is
this.
not like that. He's usually on top of my shit.
Drew, -1 point.
Red flag.
Walking red flag.
Anyway, so he's from a town that's like an hour and a half away from my parents, where we are now. But we I was 19 at the time, so I was living with my parents.
A fetus.
It was in between. It was a summer in between my freshman and sophomore year of college. So it was like August. It was the beginning of August. I went to a Luke Combs concert at the amphitheater that's like 15 minutes away from my house. I went with a couple of my friends. Um, I don't want to say I was under the influence, but I most definitely was. I do not condone underage drinking.
Just for herself.
It, but sometimes it works out.
That's
Because
true.
on a typical day, I am a very shy person that doesn't talk to strangers. But anyways, I was in the lawn section of this concert arena, amphitheater. What do they call it? Amphitheater? Amphitheater. Yeah. I was in the lawn. I was walking by. It was like getting dark. I think it was pretty much dark at this point. But I walked by him because my friend's boyfriend at the time had stopped to talk to someone in his group. So I was just like walking around. I don't really remember exactly what I was doing, but I was walking by him and I heard him go, "Look how small they are," to his friends. I think his brothers were with him. At least one of them was. And so I, being the sarcastic person that I am, whipped my head around, looked at him, and was like, "Are we talking about your feet?" Because I was gonna make a joke and walk away.
So funny. I literally can't. He was like, "This is the one."
And he goes, "No, my calves." The joke completely going over his head because he was also drunk and not really paying attention. And he goes, "Look at them." And I was like, "It's dark. What do you mean, look at them? I can't see." Like, he literally
Good.
can't say he's not determined because he pulls out his flashlight on his phone to show me his calves.
Are they small?
They're not small, but they're like compared to the rest of the muscle on his body, they're not like he's not blessed with thick calves like you are. You got some nice calves.
Watermelon with this shit.
Um, and I was just I don't remember what my reaction was to that, but I was like, okay, I mean he's determined to show me his calves, and I was like, all right, well,
what a man, what a man.
I'm stuck here. But
what a move though. Like bold enough to be like, check out my fucking calves. Yeah.
When he's technically insecure about them, but like nah. But he still was like, look at them.
Immediately jumping in with the insecurities. I'm here for it.
I'm confident about his insecurities.
That's what I'm saying. Like, be a man.
You know what got me though? So we spent the rest of the concert talking, and I ended up on his shoulders, which I have a picture of. Insert here. And when we went to leave, like when the concert was finishing up, I was walking away, and it was such a romantic, like, movie scene in my head. Granted, I'm 19, drunk,
right?
So who knows what it actually looked like? I probably stumbling, but
right.
I like go to walk away, and I'm like turn around, and he like grabs my wrist and pulls me back, and I'm like,
stranger danger, mom, shut up, mom.
And he's like, "Can I have your number?" And I was like, "Oh my god," because I'm Gen Z, so typically people my age are asking for Snapchat. Which is I hate it.
It's so cringy. It's like, yes, I will talk to anybody on Snapchat, but it's like, and here's my thing. Quick side note before you finish your story. I, especially on dating apps, I will give someone my Snapchat and be like, here, talk to me on here until I feel comfortable enough to be like, here's my number. Because I'm petrified of like meeting someone like or like giving them my number right off the bat and I'm turning into a literal psychopath that's gonna murder me.
Yeah, because then on Snapchat at least you can see them and make sure it's them. And
so
like someone that's typically trying to screw you over or is creepy or whatever does not want to use Snapchat. I feel like maybe that's wrong. I don't know. Correct us if we're wrong. But so he asked for my number and I was like, okay. But I was not ever gonna text him. Like he has my number, so obviously he has to text me first. But I was not planning on ever responding. That was like a one time.
Yeah.
What's funny is also he had originally, so this was around COVID. So the tickets were bought in the time that COVID was happening, unsure as to whether this concert was actually going to happen. It was 2021. So we both had bought tickets with our exes. That was why we were supposed to be there. He ended up
Wait, I
going
didn't know
last
that
minute
part.
with his friends, and I ended up choosing that morning to go with my friends.
Oh my god.
Isn't that crazy? I just got cold chills.
Oh my, I love that though.
There
Like-
was one point that I stopped texting. I stopped
Ooh.
responding to him when I was in Disney. And then there's a second point that he stopped responding to me. I double texted him.
You psycho.
Well,
You
we're married,
you
so-
question mark him? Because that's the way to go, honestly, in my opinion.
Well, we're married now, and we got married in Disney. So
Yeah. Oh, a classic love story. We love it. We
it
love
is
to
quite
hear
the
it.
crazy story.
Yeah, but I like love that you were supposed to go with other people and then ended up being with each other.
And then we both decided last minute to just still go.
Oh, nice. Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the same in my department. Still on these apps
Crazy
that are. I
people
don't
on
need a
apps.
fucking man. Yeah.
Except if
They're
you
just-
want to take out my trash.
Yeah, that's. So I actually told Grace. I called her the other day to tell her this because I was just like, "This is." I had a conversation with coworkers the other day because I was just like, yeah, because I live in a duplex and next door are my two best friends and God, shout out to them, love them sometimes. And no, they're good people ish. No, I really do love them. Honestly, they're my backbone. I'll take my own trash out to the trash cans, but I'm a firm believer of you take the trash to the road. That's a man's job, and like.
Yeah.
I've like had to do it, and like obviously when they didn't live there and it was just me on my side or whatever, like I did the trash and like I can do it, but I don't want to.
That's great. But there are jobs like cleaning out the drains. I'm not doing that.
I'm not. Oh, actually, it's like so satisfying.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Snaking
You just
my
debunked
drain.
our whole
Oh, so sorry. Snaking. No, but that's just the autism. Snaking my drain with like my bathtub, like to get the hair out. Like when I see the hair, it's like fucking disgusting and just like so
Yeah, I'm
gross.
not
But I'm
doing
just
that.
like, yeah.
Even though it's my hair,
But, like-
it's not his. But
No, changing. I'm not changing a tire. No.
No.
I'm calling every male in my contact to come change my tire before I do it.
Yeah.
I can do things. I just don't want to.
there's just right. If I really had to do it, I could do all of that. But I just, if there's
Yeah.
a man around, he's gonna be the one doing those things.
Yeah, like
End of story.
you change my tire, you take the trash out, you cut the yard.
He take
Cut
it out.
Wait, what is it? Cut it out.
So we've decided that every episode we're gonna pull out a unhinged would you rather and talk about our answers. So this week's would you rather was
Would you rather meet Helen Keller for one day and try to communicate with her, or have to live one full day blind and deaf yourself?
so pretty much you're choosing between talking to
Meet
her
her.
or being her for a day.
Option C, none of the above. I keep talking
Gun to my
you,
head
Gun to my head, pull the trigger.
trigger.
Because I am not talking to that bitch.
At
Might as
Modern
well.
Family.
She ain't gonna respond to you. So like,
That's why I'm like, what do you mean have a conversation with her?
she
Like,
can't hear you. She can't talk to you. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Like, she's not talking to you.
what on earth are you going to talk about?
You know what I would
Is
do?
it in Braille? So we have this thing with Helen Keller. We have started this debate for 2 years. I don't know if we touched on this last episode, but we've started a debate in our workplace for the last probably 2 years now, maybe a year.
We made someone cry. Over
We
this.
literally made someone go home crying because
They were
so
so
upset
distraught about
that
this, and
we
it's just
were-
like, first of all,
that we were
disclaimer,
debunking Helen
not that
Keller.
serious.
No,
Not
it's
that
not.
serious. I mean, it's pretty fucking serious. I'm not gonna lie to you, but like, serious to be
Serious.
unserious.
We're not like no. We obviously believe in Helen Keller. She is a real person.
Sure.
Do I believe in this day and age, if she were to be tested to be blind and deaf, I don't think she would. Like you can be you can be legally blind and still partially be able to see.
Right, like
So
shadows
I
and
don't
figures
think
or whatever.
in the way that she is now like taught to us, I don't think she was fully like sees nothing, hears nothing. Like there has to be something there because you cannot explain to me how you can teach someone to read if they cannot see nor hear what you are doing.
It's just you can't.
I understand the concept of she feels something and you can give her a certain symbol in your hand. She connects the two. I get that. It's the same as like a dog. But that was a crazy statement. I just
Comparing Helen Keller to a dog. Teaching Helen Keller is like learning a dog learning new tricks. That's what it is. That's what it is.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
But you can teach Helen Keller. Shout out to her teacher Anne.
So I just don't think she's as blind and as deaf.
No, you can't fucking.
Obviously, at the time that she was around, they probably didn't have the scale of that we have to be, you know.
Also, she just makes me feel like a piece of shit. And I will say this because how is it that this bitch had like a degree? Like so many, I feel like more than one.
She flew a plane.
Yeah, but like, okay. You
and wrote 16 books.
Published author, okay? And you taught at colleges, like you got degrees. It took me 4 years to get a 2-year degree. What am I doing wrong? You know? Like, what? I don't understand what's happening. Like, you're fucking lying. There's no way that you're... No.
Like, I believe that she wrote the books. I believe that she flew the plane. I believe that stuff. I don't believe how blind and how deaf they say she was.
You're fucking dumb. You didn't fly a plane. And if you flew a plane, guess what? You vision. Ain't no fucking...
Well, she had someone with her.
I don't give a shit. Ain't no way. I had you text me the response I gave you on the phone, which was, so me, her, be here, be he. I would say be her because that bitch is a fraud. So I guess I would just rather like be blind and deaf for a day.
Yeah, actually, I 100% would do that because I want to know how this bitch did anything.
Yeah, well, I want it to be the exact degree as Helen Keller.
Right, and then I want someone trying to teach me to do things.
Yeah. Question mark? No, what a fucking fraudulent bitch. But should we tell him about the tattoo?
Yeah.
This is so funny. Shout out to our 2 coworkers.
Yeah, we were sitting there one night and we had brought this up for the millionth time because these are new coworkers to us, so we obviously had to bring up this Helen Keller conversation again.
We're like,
and we're making our jokes and whatever. Yeah,
so one
our newest coworker.
Oh, I have a tattoo of Helen Keller, like a Helen
Keller
a quote.
I have a Helen Keller quote on my ribs.
Unhinged, our other coworker just goes, "Is it in Braille?" We looked at each other and just
lost
we're done
for about like 20 minutes.
And then
my God.
Everything settles and we just look at each other periodically now and go, "Is it in Braille?" Like so unhinged.
That was one of the funniest things that worked. So Helen Keller, fraud.
Bitch. Stupid bitch.
Fraud.
Yeah. If you think Helen Keller is real, you're dumb, but...
yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, Jake. What's up?
Not much. What are you doing?
Recording a podcast.
Oh. Gotcha.
I think it's pronounced Farmington.
Oh, okay.
How did you pronounce it?
Framington. You're on our podcast right now.
Oh,
wait, real quick. What's your take on Helen Keller? Like, do you think she's a fraudulent bitch, or where are you at with that?
Her? No, I think that her nurse was.
Oh. Wait. That's a plot twist.
Elaborate, please.
Yeah, I think her nurse lied about a lot of what she did for her, but no, I don't think that Helen Keller was a fraud.
But do you think that she flew the plane? Because it seems crazy that a blind and deaf woman was able to fly a plane.
Yes.
See?
You didn't know that?
She wrote 16 books and flew a plane.
Yeah, that's why she's not real. I'm telling you, she's your later on.
Yes, my queen.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that.
He's not real.
Shout out to Carolyn.
Yes. I think
so iconic.
I don't know what to think.
Wait, is she doing her podcast?
Doing it right now.
Okay, good. I can't wait to hear your take on this.
Yeah. Got you. Okay. We got you. It's time for book club.
Book club with us.
Originally,
that was disgusting.
Kill yourself. Josh Groban, kill yourself. Oh, shout out to
So, latest read.
Yep.
Are you not ready to go?
No, I'll go. My last book that I read was Cruel King by Rita Ken. It's a part of
Again, please comment on our video.
God, please just be my friend or something. that's what you want. If you're on Cameo, I might pay for you to send me Cameo. I don't know if you are, but I like it. It's in the Rena Cat has like 8,000 books out, and Cruel King is the parents. I read the Legacy of Gods, series. I almost said theories, and I was like, that ain't right.
They're series, that's for sure.
But in the Renaverse, as people call it, you have to like they give you. I didn't realize I just saw like the God of Legacies or God of Malice, and I was like, oh sure, I'll read that.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize that like there's other books before it, but like you don't really need to read those, but like they do give you like a full reading order. So now I'm going back because I read all the kids' books, and I say kids' book, they're not kids' books.
It's about the kids
Yeah.
of the families.
So now I'm going back and reading the parents and stuff, and like when they were kids or teenagers, what you will. So that was the first book in that, and then I haven't started it yet, but my next one is Deviant King, so I'm excited for that. Although this is pissing me off. So I went to Barnes & Noble, like, on their website, because I needed to ensure that they had it. It's not being released, the copy, until August, but the Kindle's already been out for, like, a hot minute. And I was like, huh?
Weird.
So
I wonder if they were just spin-offs that weren't meant to be, like...
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
But they came I don't know. Regardless
They came
of the
straight
situation,
off Wattpad. What genre is it?
I would consider it dark romance.
What are other people considering it? Because I feel like that's the only...
I almost just said murder. I was like,
it's just murder.
It's just straight murder.
It's mafia. It's a mafia romance,
mafia.
yes.
What is it called? The
Bratva?
Bratva.
I just finished that 5th book in my favorite series, Empire of Flame and Thorns. The 5th book is Empire of...
Glass.
No.
Wrong. Okay, good.
Empire of Flame and Fury.
Oh, for sure.
5th and final installment. Great series. Great ending. Oh my gosh. Highly recommend. It's dragon shifters, fae, enemies to lovers, slow burn. Well, that's all the tropes. I'm sure there's more tropes than that, but there's trials in it too. The first book has trials in it, and then it just turns into a war. But oh my god, I cried. Very few books have actually made me cry. Granted, I was also just emotional yesterday, so that probably, plays into it. As you guys asked me to, I started Insatiable, which is another dark romance. Holy crap.
Yeah, I told you.
Amazing.
So, fun fact, me and one of my coworkers, not you.
Well, obviously.
Not you. We read this book. She was, like, telling me about it, and she was like, I just started it. It's so good. And I was like, all right, sure, because, like, I was, like, waiting. I was in between, like, 8 different books. So I was like, sure, I'll read it. I read it and was like,
There's
I was
3 books.
Freaking out. Actually, well, so there's 3 books, but then there's, like...
Is this another one where they talk about the parents?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the psycho
His dad.
The psycho in jail.
Well, he's in a mental institution, but yeah.
But might as well be jail. Let's be real.
This is gonna sound crazy.
Tobias.
He doesn't seem that bad.
Mitchell. No, he's crazy. He's crazy. No. So we read the series. We were like neck and neck. Like she would pass me, and then I would pass her. And we would just like keep going. And then it was just so good, and I was like, "Great, you have to read this." Like it's just.
Which this was months ago.
Yeah, like yeah, it's the beginning of the year. I got Grace to read it, and I'm so excited that she's.
I guess okay. I'm an extremely slow reader. Literally, it's like a good week for me if I get 1 book done, if that. Like
but I can read a book.
I know you can, but so this book is 400 pages. I read 60% of it in the first half of yesterday.
Which is like really impressive for you. Like
really impressive for me. That's how good this is.
It's addicting.
I
can't put it down. And
like
just when I think something else is gonna happen, I'm just like, what? Wait
I know.
till you get into the. But you're not even at the good.
I think I'm at 70% because I did read a little bit.
The other books are just so like because it's like progressing through time. So like you're literally like it's wild.
All 3 books are about those 2 though, right?
Yeah,
okay,
which is like nice. And then obviously like their friends and family that are in the books are all throughout, but like so good, so crazy. And I don't know what he calls her Freckles.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into the names that I hate.
Not the pet name you want, not the pet name you would ever call anybody, but I just
no, I do think that's cute. I just, Cade. I also do love that name, but beside the point. You don't like that name?
No, I don't really care for it.
You know what? No, never mind. I'm not gonna get into that.
Okay.
I'm gonna get into it. Why Stacy? Why was that the
Dumb
name you
fucking
chose?
name.
Sorry to all the
Stacey is
Stacys out there,
Just
but
got it going
like
on.
that's just not a very
No.
common name
Yeah,
anymore.
it's
And
really
I
stupid.
feel like that, like she's
No offense to all
19
you
at the start of the
Stacys.
book, or she's 15 at the start of the book.
Yeah.
They're 15 in all the flashbacks because that's when they met.
God,
But
so good.
like I just,
I'd reread that again, honestly.
I have a hard time with books that have flashbacks because I'm like, yeah, I mean, I want the story, but like you can't go from a chapter where he literally blew up a whole gang in a building, blows them up, ends the
Badass
chapter with no like what's next,
Mhm,
and then goes
mhm.
into a 20-page chapter of a flashback. I'm like,
Yeah,
really?
it's just so good. Her writing is so. I don't even know the author of that book. I kind of forgot, but so good.
Lee Rivers?
That's what it is. So
It is
good.
very good.
I'm excited for you to like read the other books.
Well, I'm excited for them to figure it out because obviously they figured it out by the end of this book.
Mm-hmm.
They figure out like getting back together, and I'm assuming they do. Do they not?
I'll have to read it right now. I don't know.
Because he's just like
It's so good.
the miscommunication is insane,
Yeah.
and it's really pissing me off
Mhm.
because I'm
Have
like,
you met Barry yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
He walked in on them on the plane.
Just like Loki love Barry.
She literally yells at him on their drive to this private jet, and she's like, "You're never gonna touch me again." And then the second they get on the plane, she's like,
Spread open right for him. Yeah. No.
"No, she doesn't do that."
Well, no.
Technically,
I know.
he doesn't touch her. Well, he does, but
Yeah. No. Such a good series.
very good.
So excited for you.
Definitely a dark romance.
Yeah.
And I know it gets so much darker. See, here's the thing, Gabby. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. That storyline is in so many of my fantasy books. It's the same exact story, just they kill people in different ways. That's the only difference.
That's nice.
I fucking hate
I
you.
know, it's okay. Anyway, so yeah, you gotta finish that. What are you gonna read next?
Can we do something?
Sure.
I think we both, because neither of us have tried like the cowboy romances,
Sure, I'll do one.
and I think we should read one together. Well,
Let's popcorn read the book together on the podcast. Today I met Beth. Your turn. Yeah. Okay, good.
I popcorn too.
You again. You again. Yeah, no.
Let's
Okay.
try one of those because I do feel like I'd like it.
Well, I want to
We
read...
like country music, love a good cowboy.
We love it.
So, kind of.
I like
But
the
they're
idea,
a little more
but, like,
aggressive. Of a like,
you gonna strangle me with your lasso?
Oh, among the fluffy romance, if that's what you
Yeah.
want to consider it, they're on
Yeah.
the more aggressive
Yeah.
side of men.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
I'll do it. I need to
See you next Tuesday.
write that down.